You know, he picked the wrong family, and not scared of a conflict, and we're not scared. We're not running. We're coming at him.
But it's, again, it just tells the story of it's the evil and the ugliness of people's hearts these days is everywhere.
Hey guys, welcome to the Think Tank. It's good to see you guys. Hello Dar, hello Mexi, hello Dandy. I think Shauna had some stuff to do, but it was great to see her. So, how are you guys doing? Happy Saturday. Is it a long weekend in the US? It is here in Canada. Everybody's, hey, Mind Monsters, good to see you. Yeah, Jimmy Buffett passed away. Yeah. 76 years old. The older we get, the more we lose. Hey, Copper Horse, good to see you, friend. Happy Saturday. Yesterday was like a stressful, disgusting day. But as things do, it's your Labor Day holiday. Okay. I don't know what we call this weekend. What do we call it, Dar? Just like we've always called it, the August long weekend. Oh, what happened there? Oh, that was weird. That was really weird. So, September long weekend. Yeah. So, we're going to talk about BTK today again because, it's amazing. Got gone, yeah. Why? What happened? It was a glitch. Good to see you, Mom. So they're now up to possibly 5 that they can connect to Dennis Rader now. And, with DNA, what it is, I believe they're going to find more. And not just with him, but with everybody. I mean, Bundy even. Get him back out there. And, oy. But it's a long weekend every day for me. I retired in May after 45 years of being an RN to take care of my mom. You're a good person, friend. That's really good of you. I don't get along with my mother. So there's that. But anybody who's got, loving parents, treasure them because they're a gift. Hello, Perry. Good to see you, friend. Good to see you. So yeah, Dennis Rader today. Like I said, there's possibly 5 more that are attached to him. And I do believe we're going to keep finding more. Like I say, Ted Bundy, get him ran through again and see if there's anything connected with all of these people that are Jane Does and I don't know, what do they call them? Jane John or the guys, the missing I mean, I don't think he personally would have done some of the men, but I don't know, right? Yeah, every day's Friday when you don't have a job, Copper Horse. I walked out of my job a few months ago. And this is my job. This is what I spend 16 to 18 hours a day doing. I've got an extreme passion for it, I guess is what you'd call it. I've got empathy for every single victim and every single, John Doe. Okay. England calls them Tommy Atkins? Oh, whoa. That's interesting, friend. Most interesting. Yeah, with the fibromyalgia, I'm basically the most unreliable worker you would ever find. I'm sick 9 out of 10 days. I can put on a happy face, but that doesn't mean nothing. So, I mean, I'm doing something that I have an extreme passion about, and I couldn't have a better group. I do believe I've been calling everyone family because, you get to choose your family as well. And a lot of you, all of you have become, in my heart, family. I care about every single one of you. And I want everyone safe. 7 years, Copper Horse. Wow. Good on you, friend. Good on you. That's amazing. You're an extremely awesome person. Baruha! Hey, friend. Good to see you. Good to see you. Are we kind of hitting your time zone a little bit? We're going to be looking at Dennis Rader today. Well, hello, Strange Exchange. Good to meet you, friend. I'm English. Never heard one called a John Doe here as well. Okay. Copper Horse, you are absolutely working your bum off, taking care of your mom. That is a big job. Like, that is a big job, And I just think that she is a wonderful human for doing that. I'm off Saturdays and Sundays, and you caught me doing laundry. Okay. Yeah, I didn't get along with her either. Yeah. You find that a lot. You do. You find that a lot. And it's hard on the kids that kind of get tossed to the side. But I think for the parent that chooses to do that, I don't think it's any skin off their back. The perfect storm. Let's see. I think there's definitely an attitude of not wasting time, money, and resources on older cases. Very distressing for families, I expect. Do you know what? Well said. Because Perry, it seems once you get to a certain point, they don't look anymore. They're dealing with today's cases. As far as I'm concerned, as far as cold cases, every department needs one. I don't care if it's just one person for a small place, but they need to put resources into this because these were people. They are people. To me, it's just heartbreaking. Just heartbreaking. Okay, there we go. What the hell? I had all of these set up. Whatever that little blip was, it changed things for me. So this will just take me a second. Any plans for the long weekends, guys? I'm still at domestic duties. The guy that does our yard, I guess he decided to take off for the long weekend. It just didn't inform me. So hopefully Might have to wait for hubby to do it, but literally, let's do this. Let's do this. These are the frustrating when I can't do this stuff. It frustrates me. But it is what it is, right? I wing it. So as I'm setting this up, guys, if you're new, don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. You will enjoy this family. Absolutely. The best group I've ever seen. I'll be honest with you. The most caring and extremely smart people I have met. And no drama, which is like, oh, awesome. Never once since this channel has started has there been drama. So come on and join us. Hit that subscribe button, friends. All right. Going to see my newest niece tonight. But oh, Perry, that is so awesome. Oh, newest. Oh my goodness. Your favorite season is coming up. Copper Horse, would you like to sub? Strange exchange. Thanks, Dandy. I've been a sub while not just caught on live. Okay. Okay. Did you enjoy your modding experience? Trying to find that message. Who was it that just said you'd been modding before? We saw the attitude of cops in that case recently when they left the victim's cell phones and evidence at the scene. Oh, well, they were all unalive now. Like, oh my God. Autumn. I'm a spring girl. I like watching all the little baby animals. And where I live, I'm right in the middle of the Rockies. So we get every animal you could ever imagine. And every season, those baby deer with those little rickety legs, so you know they're extremely new. But then they're like mummy's magnet following them. And oh, it is the most adorable little spots. And oh my goodness. I've literally have them show up looking at me through my bedroom window. You know how you wake up and you can feel something or somebody looking at you? Well, I had this deer, this baby deer, and he was staring right at through the window at me as I was sleeping. Oh, Dandy, that is so excited. That is so exciting. Oh my God, new babies. Yeah, lovely news. With BTK, 10. He has 10 life sentences right now. Yeah, baby deer stalker. Oh my God. Well, literally, the friend of my house, we have more animals go by than humans. It's an amazing thing. I feel blessed. Okay, let's get into this a little bit and see what's been going on. BTK owns journals that link him to a missing teen. So some of this is going to be something we have heard before, but what I find is with everyone, we learn just that much more. Do you guys get full screen when it's like this? What the hell? Okay then. What the hell? Is this our commercial? Like, what's going on here? Loading ad. No, thank you. Sorry, guys. The infamous BTK's own twisted journal entries may link him to the decades-old unsolved disappearance of an Oklahoma teenager, according to law enforcement. So this is the one with the girl that was at the laundromat that he says was some kind of fantasy, but I don't know. Laundromats were a good place to watch victims and dream, Dennis Rader wrote in a 1976 journal. The entry was called PJ, which means in his code, that's Project Bad Wash Day. An expert shared by the Osage County Sheriff's Office last week. The brunette was a target, he added, noting that it was out of town until things cooled down. What's that? The brunette was targeted, he added, noting that he was out of town until things cooled down. Rader was sentenced to life in prison in 2005 for a series of 10 grisly deletings that terrorized the Wichita, Kansas area for 20 years. He also tied the laundromat incident to a chapter in his unfinished manuscript, which is believed to describe all of the deleting or attacks viewed as successful. Osage County Undersheriff Gary Upton told the news. Damn. Authorities now believe that Rader's bizarre writings may refer to the June 1976 disappearance of Cynthia Dawn Kinney, who was last seen at her family's laundromat in Pawhuska. Sorry, guys. Rader, who was 31 at the time, was allegedly spotted leaving the laundromat with two women around the time the high school cheerleader vanished. Sheriff Eddie Verdon told KOCO earlier this month. So this is what was out. Look at this. 5'1", 100 pounds, brown eyes, brown hair. Little human, little person. 16. So the journal entries and the manuscript were seized by investigators when he was arrested in 2005. For nearly 2 decades, detectives have pored over entries for possible clues to unsolved crimes in the area. The Osage County Sheriff's Office obtained the material from Wichita Police in January. You know, he admitted to all these 10, so why can he not, if he's done this, why will he not fess up? So Rader is, and his daughter has said the same thing, so who often restrained his victims and kept sick souvenir from the crimes. Over the past several months, local investigators have pored over the materials, searching for possible links to cold cases that match Rader's modus operandi. And I mean, he does very specific things, you know. Just look at his moniker. Yeah. Frequently stalked, tied up, assaulted his victims before deleting them. The journal entries and other evidence prompted Osage authorities last week to dig up the site of raiders' former home, where they found multiple trophies from at least one woman in a hiding hole. Finding trophies. Now, this woman is absolutely amazing. It's BTK's daughter, Kerri Rawson. Rawson. Thank you. I knew I said that right. Kerri Rawson. I knew that was wrong. Brilliant, brilliant mind, and dedicated to helping solve these crimes. Rader's daughter, Kerri Rawson, said she is supporting the new probes into her father's possible crimes. Investigators also found chains and a C-clip that would be used to restrain a person's limbs, he added. What? There are also discoveries that the team is not sharing publicly. A previous search earlier this year unearthed a troubling pantyhose ligature. And that's the one that we see, I don't know, some sheriff playing with it on a live broadcast. You know? Isn't that something that should have been in a laboratory so they can look at the knots, they can look for DNA, they can do all sorts of different things, but nobody has it on his desk. Rader's last known victim, Dolores Davis was notably that. So what is he doing? Look at that. This is going to be the Oteros. Yeah, the Otero family. Rader's first known victims is removed from the house in 1974. I remember. I think I've read everything I could back then, which wasn't a lot. And I was young. I was young, 10, 11. Last week, Rader's daughter, Kerri Rawson, said her father is refusing to cooperate with efforts to uncover any possible crimes, including kidneys. It was the first time he ever dropped his mask and became BTK in front of me, she told Banfield. What? Now that's scary, right? Dropped his mask and became BTK in front of me. You know, and she has always said that her experience with him as a father, for the most part, I mean, he had other stuff, to avoid him when certain things were going on, but he was extremely active with them. So how scary would that be if your dad morphed like that? I mean, oh my God. Oh, that poor woman. He's very unhappy with what's going on, she said instead of the new investigation. My father does not want to be put in a van and woken up in Oklahoma in a holding cell for, kidnapping of Cynthia Kinney. He wants to live his life out at the prison he's in. Why does he get to decide? You did some bad things. So this is the area that they're saying that the treasure hole was in. Is that there? I don't know. Try something here. No. So where else in this backyard, right? Because he didn't add the cement until later. Rawson told CNN that she'd been offered assistance. She has been offering assistance to the investigator as they continue to look into her father's crimes. I'll continue to partner closely and heartily support law enforcement agencies and offer my volunteer assistance, she wrote. Let's keep working together to solve these cases for the families. They deserve all that we can give them. We can join together to put our mark on modern interagency cooperation and modern forensics. She is extremely she's doing everything she can. She is absolutely amazing. All right. Let's see here, guys. Just checking. To be fair, LE, they are so underfunded they cannot afford to spend their resources on cold cases, but see that with the innumerable, let's go over here now, untested grape kits. Well said. Yeah. Oh, yeah, maybe he doesn't want the DP. And you know what? Absolutely. I can't imagine the psychological damage he's done to his children. Like, what? Oh, my God. That's the thing. Perry. He's never getting out of the hooskow. Why not just tell investigators everything after all that time? Shows the dirtbag never changed. Oh, I agree. It did not sound like he had any kind of remorse. And I think now what he's up to is turning it into a game that he feels in control of. That's my personal opinion. Yeah, exactly, Copper Horse. He enjoys playing games. Yep, and exactly what you said. Yeah. I think that the fact that he is getting some attention again makes this little craphead extremely happy. Yeah. Oh, the city bought the house, then demolished it and made a way to the park. Yes, 1000%, friend. Yeah. The place where the concrete slabs are the city put them in as a walk. Oh, yeah, right. When they lived there, then Kerri was when they lived there when Kerri was a kid. And yeah, she said it was either the shed or right under her swing set. So, I mean, just, oh my God. All these guys are like, I know something you don't know. Yeah. Yeah, I think I mean, he gets off on this. This is just wonderful for him. Yeah, it is. It is so frustrating to see that people taunt LE and families. It's disgusting what they do. I mean, some of the things I've seen, even sadly in the true crime community, I don't consider them true crime, but they do. And some of them have done a lot of damage to cases. You know, can't the goal be just to finding a solution to the disappearance and possible deleting of these girls. He's very, very creepy. He's creepy. Very, very creepy. Yeah, very creepy. So let me see here, like why. I just want to see if this looks any better for you guys. I want it bigger. Okay, it makes it bigger for me, I think, not you. Okay, let's check it out. BTK deleter Dennis Rader is potentially linked to 5 new deleting his daughter has said. 19 hours ago. Ew. I'll just bypass that one. Sorry, guys. They like to strike you, so why are they even showing up? BTK serial deleter, who is currently serving prison time for murders of 10 people. It's so hard not just like, It's now being investigated for his alleged involvement with at least 2 unsolved and missing person cases, but his daughter says there appears to be many more. Brace. This is just the beginning, Kerri Kerri Rawson wrote in a post on X, Twitter. As details of her father's reign of terror continue to emerge, we will get answers for these families. Several cases are being re-examined based on the trove of writings which documented his crimes and his fantasies. Many described as projects, along with other material, were seized after Rader's arrest in 2005. Now, nearly a decade after his incarceration, Rader's twisted appetite for hoarding trophies from his victim has led authorities to name him as #1 suspect in the 1976 disappearance of 16-year-old cheerleader Cynthia Dawn Kinney in Pawhuska. I have a hard time with those names. The case is referred to Radar in his journals as Project, he used this PJ, Project Bad Wash Day. He has also been named the prime suspect in the 1990 deleting of Shauna Beth Garber, a 22-year-old woman in McDonald County, Missouri. Radar, who gave himself the nickname BTK, and it stands for all sorts of unpleasantries, is behind bars at the El Dorado Correction Facility, maximum security prison in Kansas. The now 78-year-old has refused to cooperate with authorities in return for amnesty. He doesn't care. What are you going to do? Fill his commissary? Buy him new clothes? Well, I don't know. His daughter, who said he is assisting law enforcement with some of the unsolved cases, posted online a rough list of 5 cases that are potentially attributed to her father. She described this in a recent tweet as him being a pathological liar, narcissist, let's do this, psychopath, and a predator. In addition to the Kinney case and the Garber case, there is another missing woman from Hays, Kansas in 1983, referred to as P.J. Prairie in I haven't heard that one. We got a new one. P.J. Prairie in Raiders journals. And unsolved deleting in Canvas referred to Project Bell. An unsolved violent crime in Oklahoma known as Oklahoma Case 2 is also being looked at. This, I mean, the justice needs to be had. But these families, I would imagine it would take you right back. He continues. The attached image reveals an excerpt from Dennis Rader's journal, which gives details of his whereabouts in 1976. This journal entry alludes to a specific event marked P.J. Bad Wash Day, and they do have it highlighted here. During that period in which radar acknowledged being outside the Wichita area. So they are saying that, I mean, the pictures that I've looked at, it doesn't look like there's very much going on either side of her. Sounds like there was, I think it was a bank, something across the street that they were putting cameras on. He worked for ADT. So they're saying he was doing this work and noticed this young girl. I mean, just a disgusting being. Comes as chilling Polaroids resurfaced that Rader allegedly took of himself as the victims and posing in disturbing pictures that depicts all sorts of bad stuff. I've seen a lot of that stuff and I don't get into it. I just don't get into it because that's not what I'm all about. Osage County Sheriff's Eddie Verdon weighed in on the photos on Banfield this week, confirming they first reviewed a series of 9 photos that showed articles from the victims from 3 different projects. The articles included a red blanket and a black blouse. On Tuesday, 22nd of August, deputies from Oklahoma Osage County Sheriff's Office dug up Rader's former house in Park City, a suburb of Wichita, where he lived through his spree. So Kerri Rawson, and that is, if you're on Twitter, find her, follow her if you're interested in this case, because she is the woman. Folks, at this point on record, we're looking at 5 unsolved missing persons, unalive, possibly attributed to Dad. Oh my God. Look at the ages. Like, what? What? Oh my God. Kinney, 76. Oh, no, was it? What are we doing? 1976? 1983. I'm going to think that because these girls were young. Kinney, 76. Bad Wash Day. Project Bad Wash Day. Missing Woman in Hayes. 83/Prairie Jane. PG. So again, Project Prairie Jane. Garber. PJ. Mossy Lake. Unsolved in Kansas. Project Bell. Oklahoma. Is it going to show you? Okay. That's it. That's all of that. La-di-da. Just going to check something. Okay. So they have been chasing all of the leads possible as far as, let's see here. Sorry, guys. All righty. So what are you guys thinking? Yeah. Well said. Yes, he does. He likes the control. 1000% he does. London, thumbs up. I love it, but I definitely miss not having the wildlife and nature around me. Absolutely, friend. I'm all about the nature. I can understand that. Thank you. Oh, is that right? Oh, that's awesome. That is very awesome. Yeah. I don't think he stopped either, friend. I don't. I really don't. No, I don't think they're capable of stopping. I think it's almost turns into like, I don't know, like an addiction, a bad, bad addiction. So, trophy items. Sheriff believes Polaroids could link the BTK to additional cold cases. I'm going to see if I can blow this up for you guys. Okay. Is this a fast commercial or is this another? Isn't that beautiful? Let's go there. Ah. Let's see. We'll just have to see. I don't know if they're going to go into. For some reason, they just go into ad after ad and they don't. All right, let's do this. I'll just stop you. Because you're too small.
In prison for killing 10 people. An Oklahoma sheriff believes a series of Polaroids could even link Rader to more cold cases. Osage County Sheriff Eddie Verdon is investigating the disappearance of Cynthia Kenny. She was last seen in 1976. According to Verdon, Rader took photos wearing items from what he called 3 projects. Rader frequently used the word projects when talking about his murder victims. Verdon believes some of the items are connected to unsolved killings.
We believe is the items that he used like that were more trophy items that had more of a meaning than just breaking into an empty house and stealing some clothing.
So you guys tell me, what do you think? Do you think they're going to find more of these holes with his trophies in them? Do you think the easy access for him? So could there be like more in that yard? Could there be more just places that he frequented with his job even on a regular basis? It's like, oh my God.
Rader was arrested near his home in Park City, Kansas in 2005. He was sentenced to 10 consecutive life sentences. Kansas had no death penalty at the time of the murders.
So no time. I wonder if they do now. That's interesting. I don't know. Just go away. Okay. Developments in the ongoing investigation surrounding Dennis Rader, known as BTK, has raised prospects of his involvement in additional cold cases. Osage County Sheriff Eddie Verdon has called Rader a suspect in the disappearance of Cynthia Kenny back in 1979. This investigation has taken another turn with the discovery of a series of Polaroid photographs believed to be connected. So this has got to be what they found in those holes. In these photographs, Rader is pictured wearing items he cryptically referred to as 3 projects. We believe that the items he used like that were more trophy items that had more of a meaning than just breaking into an empty house and stealing clothing. Rader frequently used the term projects when discussing his victims. Yeah. Oh, they're you. I don't want you. So what do you guys think? More, right? How long have they had this project info? Does anybody know? I don't. I don't know when he started referring himself as BTK exactly. Was it the first or second? The project information, he'll have C's beside other things, and they're saying that means chapter. So I don't know how long they've had this stuff. Kerri said in an interview that she's 100% she's seen the, okay, let me do this again. Oh my God. Kerri said in an interview that she's seen 100s of released Polaroids. Oh my God. Mom! 2005, they have had a lot, and it was not handled like it should have been. And the FBI would not and will not play with everybody. They won't even talk to Kerri. Agreed? Yeah. Yep, absolutely. Right, I agree with you, Mom. I think so. They would be in places he saw as his happy places. Fishing, camping, in my opinion. I agree with you 100%. So do you think, Mom, that there is more there on his property or his old property? Because in my mind, I think that they really, really need to go over that property again. Like, I don't know what they use to detect this stuff. I mean, technology is so far advanced, I can't keep up. But I know that there's a way that they can go through everything. Is it like sonar? No, not sonar. What do they go over these yards with? Just go through it, clear it. Just go through it and clear it. Because I just can't see just the one being in his yard. I have a feeling that he really wants to keep them close, or wanted to keep them close. But yeah, all of his treasure spots, every single one, places that he frequented, felt peace at. Like Mom said, his happy place. So what have we got going here? It's back to these journal entries.
She was a very full of life, typical teenager.
This is Cynthia Dawn Kinney, a 16-year-old cheerleader who vanished from an Oklahoma laundromat in 1976. The self-proclaimed BTK serial killer is now the prime suspect in her case and several other unsolved homicides spanning 3 states. It was parts of this journal belonging to BTK, real name Dennis Rader, shared exclusively.
Have you guys seen anything about this manifesto? Have you guys seen anything on it? Because I've been digging. I cannot find it. I think that just some things are getting released. What do you think?
With CNN that prompted law enforcement in Oklahoma to act. Shortly after Kenny's disappearance, the sheriff's office received an anonymous call.
That male caller informed them that she was located in an old barn.
No evidence that lead was ever looked into. Her body was never found. But authorities are now looking at this journal entry by Rader. Bad Wash Day.
He marked that in 1976,
In my mind, there's no way this is a coincidence. You know, this young girl goes disappearing from a laundromat, and he's writing in his journal about I would watch near the laundromat for possible victims. C9, which is chapter 9. Laundromats were a good place to watch victims and dream. Sometimes he did disgusting things while watching the ladies. Oh, such a pig.
He had murdered someone from a laundromat.
For the first time, law enforcement is revealing detailed drawings made by Rader, showing young girls tied and bound in barns.
Our hope was to get these drawings out in hopes that someone will recognize these barns.
As investigators
Are they familiar to you in any way? Oh my goodness.
tied and bound in barns.
Unreal.
Our hope was to get these drawings out in hopes that someone will recognize these barns.
As investigators combed through Rader's old files for clues that could link him to Kinney's murder and several others, an unexpected volunteer stepped forward. His daughter, Kerri Rawson.
If he's innocent on these, I will defend him. If he is guilty, I will nail him to the wall.
Working with authorities, Rawson visited her father in prison for the first time in 18 years.
He's in a wheelchair. He has no teeth left. And he went from this vivacious man that was hiking with me right before he was arrested to an elderly man.
Did he confess to you?
No, he did not.
Rader has been in prison since 2005 after pleading guilty to 10 counts of murder. He has not confessed to any additional.
I just, it makes you want to slap the man, because what he's doing and enjoying is terrifying to these families. He's probably, he is sick in the head, man. He's sick.
Crimes. But just last week, authorities heard this during one of his prison calls.
He said there might still be some things in some old barns.
This new investigation led authorities to dig up the area around Rader's former family home just last week in Kansas. The result, more potential evidence discovered, a well-constructed hiding hole.
What did you find in the hole that you can tell?
So I find this really interesting because he literally, I hope he gives a description here, he literally made it as secure as he possibly could.
Tell us.
Personal type items. We found items that could have been used for binding people. We found some different remains from materials, carpet fibers.
Jazz.
John, I was also told that in that hole they found what are called trophies, items that definitely belong, they say, to females. Now, the next step is that all of these items need to be forensically tested. They need to see if there's any relevancy to these brand new items just discovered to these unsolved cases. This hole was just found last week, John, because of Osage County, Oklahoma. And now Osage is saying that all of these unsolved homicides that they're looking at, they know what the girls were last seen with, last wearing. They have seen Polaroids that Rader made that are part of that journal that have him even wearing some items from his victims. They believe there are some matches of these
It's just scary, guys, like this guy. And the sad thing is, what did we read last night or yesterday on the live? There's usually at one time 50 active Cheerios running around the U.S. I don't know what the Canadian stats are, but allegedly 50 in the U.S. at any given time. That's scary.
unsolved victims to items. They want the FBI, they want the Kansas Bureau of Investigation to see if they have those items. So forensics is going to be the key to this.
It really is. It really is. So, oh my goodness, like how many people has this man damaged and deleted? Exactly. I mean, to me, it could be my hometown or 4 surrounding states. Barns and silos are common. That's the thing. Absolutely 100%, friend. Absolutely more trophies. Yeah. And I just have in my mind that he's putting these trophies really close to him, where he knows exactly where each treasure is. And the fact that he's like swinging from ceilings and, I don't know, beams upside down wearing pantyhose and whatever, it's just like, what? And he is like literally, he's going to get more. They'll get him. You know, he's not doing well. Well, that's life, right? Neither are all of your victims. Just disgusting. So as far as him, that's what I've got right now, is basically these 5 more that they're trying to associate to him. I think I was mentioning it yesterday. I keep really close contact, or I follow Kerri on Twitter. And her information is, I mean, you can't get any better source, right? And she is not one that's saying, she's giving facts. She's not giving guesses. She's not, things that Ellie has found and have told her she can talk about is fact. You know, there cannot be a better advocate out there, because she wants him charged with every damn thing he has done. Yeah. Self-gratification. Some go back to the scene of them. Yeah, they do. They do. And I mean, it's like, oh my yuck. I can't imagine. I can't eat a cow tongue, for damn sakes. Am I allowed to say damn? Yeah. I just hope they find more hidey-hos. Yeah, I think they're going to find more hidey-hos. I think they're going to have to read through that manuscript, and I want it. I want that paperwork. I do have in there, and I've got my BTK file, but it does not have anything in it. So, yeah, I need to get on that and see if I can dig it up, because honestly, guys, there's got to be more. Same with Rex. Same with, let's go back to Bundy. All of them. I truly believe that there's more, and they are doing this just for, as Mom said, self-gratification. You know, and I remember, okay, Kemper, he put like a head underneath his bedroom window. Like, these guys do the most messed up stuff. So I'm going to keep track of this, as you know, because I am impressed in a very large way that they have been finding more victims. A guy like that doesn't have 10. A guy like HEUERMANN doesn't have 4. You know, Burke, I mean, sus as F. I want to do more digging on that. So, yeah, there's just so much with these cases. Like, if you think about it, as far as Cheerios right now, we have Rex, we have BTK, and we've got like a absolute sick cop, in my personal opinion, that I think is going to be pinned with, I think they're going to find some stuff that he was related to. That's a really good question, Perry, because that happens a lot, doesn't it? I wonder if he gave his wife or daughter items that belong to the victims. Yeah, you hear of that a lot. And can you imagine your husband comes home and he's all romantic and he gives you this beautiful ring and you're adoring it and you're showing all of your friends, and as time goes on, you find that, yeah, it was from some unalived person, from her husband. I couldn't imagine, like, a lot of this stuff, finding this out about a family member, I honestly think I would hurl. I really, really do. Oh, message from my child. That's looking good. Oh. Did you get me, Dandy? Oh, look at you. Look at you. I'm so downloading that. I appreciate that. Now let's see here. I'll be saving that. So let's see here. So what my lovely Dandy has found, I'm going to go through this. It's 6 pages, and it has a lot of information on it. A lot. So this is Department of Psychology, Radford University. This is where all of this information is coming, and they've done dates, age, life events. Boom, as they go, boom. So yeah, I'm going to take a look at this, you guys, because I think it's something we'll probably go over in a future video. So, guys, thank you for being here with me. I appreciate you. Much love. Have a great weekend. You'll see me soon. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. I appreciate every single one of you. Bye.